Okay, so our next thing is that we are going to start with the while loop. Okay, we studied about for loop, and now we are going to start studying about the while loop. Fine. First thing first is that what is the purpose of the while loop? Why do we need another? If for is there, why do we need another? Okay. When we started doing the loops, we said that there are two category of loops we can create. Number one, counting loops, right? Counting loops, I mean that I'm telling him, like हमने बोला n times loop को चलाओ, तो machine को पता है, when I'm writing the code, he knows that the loop will run 5 times, 10 times, depending upon the value of n. Accordingly, the work will be done. ठीक है? So for that, we have a for loop. That's the best thing. While also can be used for a counting loop, but I'll show that to you. That इससे code का length थोड़ा सा बढ़ जाता है, 3 lines extra, and certain things you have to be careful about. Otherwise, it will become an infinite loop. So counting loops के लिए we always prefer for. It has been specially designed for it only. Okay. When we do not know that till when will the loop execute, because the loop your execution depends upon the live input user का. जैसे हम कह रहे हैं कि the loop continues till the user says yes. The moment he says no, it terminates. Or the loop continues till he presses an exit button. Or the loop continues till he gives a 0 as an entry. तो हमें नहीं पता, वो 2 बार भी कर सकता है, 4 बार भी कर सकता है, 6 बार भी कर सकता है, right? So range of values generate karna and all that and making the loop run accordingly is not possible. So we go for the while loop, right? Now while loop में हम पहले एक चीज करेंगे, that is we will first see एक simple for loop को while loop में कैसे लिखा जाता है, right? So for that what I'll do is, so that we know the aspects of while, and then we will go about doing the things which I cannot do it for, right? So I'm just going by saying a few things. One is that, yeah, one is that of course it's not capital W, it's small w only. While loop statement. So meant for or lets us create counting as well as non-counting loops. Okay, counting loop का example. Now for counting loop, let me kind of show you first the variation of for, and then we'll convert it into while. Same example. Okay, simply हम एक for का example लेते हैं. For I in the range of 1,5, print I. I'm going by capital I only because word makes it capital I. Then I say, that's it. Okay. So simply 1, 2, 3, 4 print हो जाएगा इस case में, nothing else. Now, if I want to do the same thing with while, see what is happening. Whenever you are trying to do a loop, what are we doing? We are saying this is my loop body जो loop के अंदर आया. इसके अंदर हम printing कर रहे हैं, addition कर रहे हैं, counts implement कर रहे हैं, कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, whatever we are doing. That's my loop body. Obviously, that remains when you are using the while loop also. Now, range is generating the count. कि counting कहाँ से शुरू होगी? Counting शुरू हो रही है 1 से, जा रही है 4 तक, है ना? So कहाँ से शुरू हो रही है count? कहाँ तक जाना है count को? हर बार count कैसे change हो रहा है? ये 3 elements हम दे रहे हैं और loop body दे रहे हैं, 4 चीजें दे रहे हैं counting का, है ना? So इन चारों चीजों की placing changes when I use a while. How does the placing changes? First, I start with the initialization, like count शुरू कहाँ से होगा? So I'm saying I is equal to 1. Count has to start from there. Okay. कब तक loop चलेगा? While the count of I is less than 5. While I is less than 5. तब तक count चलेगा. ठीक है जी? अब करना क्या है? जब तक I less than 5 है, print I. ओके, यहाँ तक भी ठीक है. Now the thing which happens automatically, इस केस में the I is incremented automatically. I do not have to write anywhere +1, +2. +2 of course I'll put here. But as such separately I don't have to write the incrementation or the decrementation. It is part of the range function only. Plus it has got default. Sometimes हमको start नहीं लिखना पड़ता, sometimes हमको step नहीं लिखना पड़ता. It has its default, right? While doesn't have any default at that time. You have to mention the start, you have to mention the stop, you have to mention the step. Everything has to be mentioned. Okay? So यहाँ पे आपने बोला I1 है, जब तक I5 से छोटा है till then आप प्रिंट करो. ओके, तो जब I की वैल्यू 1 हुई, उसने कंडीशन चेक किया, कंडीशन ट्रू है, वो अंदर आया, उसने प्रिंट कर दिया I को. वेरी गुड. अब when it is going up, I is still 1. अगेन लेस देन 5 है, प्रिंट कर दिया 1. अगेन ऊपर गया, लेस देन 5 है, प्रिंट कर दिया 1. So I's value is not changing. There's no statement which is telling you, please make now I2. And if I do not do that, it results in a situation which is called as infinite loop. So this is actually an infinite loop situation because there is no stop. जब I1 से 5 पे पहुंच ही नहीं रहा है, जा ही नहीं रहा, I1 से 2 ही नहीं हो रहा, तो 5 तक जाएगा ही नहीं. और जब वो नहीं जाएगा तो नहीं कर सकता उस चीज को. ठीक है. सो इन ऑर्डर टू रेक्टिफाई दैट, rectification will be talking about I is equal to 1 while I is less than 5. Obviously ये same रहेगा, no change, just that my W has to be made small. Print I, that's also same. The only change is where I'm going to make the change in the value of I. That change in the value of I in this case is simply I is equal to I plus 1. This is very, very significant because this is defining that my I is changing. I1 is outside the loop, तो एक बार चलेगा. Less than 5 check बार बार करेगा. अभी 1 है तो less than 5 है, yes. प्रिंट आई किया, 1 प्रिंट हो गया. फिर I बना 2, ऊपर गया, less than 5 है, yes. प्रिंट किया 2. Then I became 3. अब और ऊपर गया, less than 5 है, yes. So it printed 3. Now I became 4. Less than 5 है, yes. It printed I again. Okay. Now I becomes 5. Goes up, less than 5 condition becomes false, it comes out. But I technically printed only 4 times. In order to print 5 times, I have to write 6 here. And I also have to write less than equal to 5 or less than 6. 4 times the value got printed. But this is a very, very important thing which has to be separately written in the case of while loop. The increment or the decrement of the counter value. Increment or the decrement of the counter value. Of counter. Am I clear with this point? So a normal simple for loop can be also written in while loop format, but you can see here it is just a 2-line code which converts into a 4-line code at least. Because they are done at separate places. So obviously I will always prefer to use a for loop for a counting loop. Is it fine? Now let's move on to the non-counting loop. Jahan pe my while loop is an advantage. I am going to use it at that place. Okay. For that, I'm going to give you one situation, rather 2 situations, जिसमें से एक बहुत जरूरी है जो हमको end of class 12 तक use करना है, to implement non-counting loops. Okay. एक situation हम बनाते हैं while के साथ, which is called as while true. Generally, we use it for the menu-based programs. What does this mean? This means that condition हमेशा true है ना. कंडीशन मैंने लिखा ही नहीं, मैंने कंडीशन की जगह पे ट्रू ही लिख दिया. सो इट मीन्स कंडीशन इज परमानेंटली ट्रू. और कंडीशन अगर परमानेंटली ट्रू है तो लूप से बाहर कैसे आएगा, है ना. कोई तो तरीका होना चाहिए. सो दिस इज समथिंग विच आई यूज इन द केस ऑफ मेन्यू बेस्ड प्रोग्राम्स. क्यों, कैसे, क्या, दैट विल डू. generally used for many of these programs. हम लोग उसको दूसरे तरीके से भी यूज कर सकते हैं, but generally used for many of these. Okay, and the other one is while with a condition specified. Okay, which is like कि input जब तक yes नहीं है, input जब तक minus नहीं है, input जब तक positive है तब तक करो, like that kind of thing. Okay, so let's do a simple program where I'm implementing the question we did in the last session, where I said that keep on accept n different numbers and check whether positive, negative or zero. है ना? We did that question. अब उसको कर देते हैं, उस question को change and we do it. Accept numbers till the user's choice. So every time after accepting, I'll ask, do you want to continue? If he says yes, I accept the next number and check it. If he says no, I terminate. ठीक है? The same thing we can do with both the situations. हम लोग इस चीज को true के साथ भी implement कर सकते हैं और condition के साथ भी implement कर सकते हैं. So let's try doing it once. I'm going back to my ideally. My question is the same question that we did in the previous example, but with a twist. And the twist is write a program to accept numbers till the user says, till the user's choice, whatever, till the user's choice, or user says yes, जैसे भी लिखना है, till the user's choice, and count number of positive, negative, and zero. Right? अच्छा, अब इस तरह के क्वेश्चन के लिए what is my, see the basic logic is same. I need 3 counters. I have to check the number positive, negative है, zero या नहीं, and increment the count. Last में जाके print count करना. So what changes is the way I'm going to run my loop. Rest loop body is same, print is same. Fine. So in order to do so, what I can do is okay. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take a variable which is now again, there can be multiple ways of implementing this. I'm showing you one method. When you go to ChatGPT or you go to anywhere else, you might see a different way of implementing the same question. Okay, that's absolutely fine. I take a variable ch and initially make it y only so that my code runs. अब मुझे बोला choice, till choice is y. So I'm taking that choice initially as y so that the very first time the condition is true. क्योंकि choice तो हम उससे बाद में पूछेंगे ना, एक बार कोड को रन करने के बाद पूछेंगे हमसे, है ना? So initially I'm making that choice variable which I'm taking as y, and I also define all my counts. So CTP, CT negative, CT0 is equal to 0. Okay. So now I start. While my choice is equal to y. जब तक y है, अब ये y में you have to learn how to take care of capital Y and small y, how to take care of YES, or if anything else user enters, वो सब स्टोरी हम बाद में करेंगे कन्वर्ट करने का नंबर. अभी हम सिंपली ये करें कि स्मॉल केस में एंटर करना है. अगर यहाँ पे यूजर कैपिटल Y एंटर करेगा तो कंडीशन फॉल्स है. ओके, सो आई एम सेइंग दैट व्हाइल द चॉइस इज Y. ओके, और ज्यादा से ज्यादा तुम इसमें ये कर सकते हो अभी के लिए, और चॉइसेस कैपिटल Y, दोनों में से कोई भी एक चूज हो जाए. ठीक है ना? सो व्हाइल चॉइस इज इक्वल टू कैपिटल Y, तो स्मॉल y कैपिटल Y दोनों के लिए चलेगा. राइट? क्या करना है? सिंपली नंबर ले लो. ओके, वो टी आ जाएगा. राइट? जो टी हमने एक्सेप्ट करा था जैसे, और वहां से कहानी सेम हो जाएगी. टी एंटर, सॉरी इनपुट एंटर, आई एम नॉट राइटिंग एनीथिंग एल्स. नंबर ले लिया, फिर हमने सारे कंडीशंस डाल दिए. इफ टी इज ग्रेटर देन 0 then ct is equal to ctp, इंक्रीमेंट हो जाएगा. ये सेम स्टोरी है. As of now, I'm not doing the for the negative and the positive for the 0 one. I'm just doing it for this one to show you the rest of the things. That's important. ये तो हमें पता, right? So this part, accepting the number and checking is same. Implementing the way we have implemented the loop is different because यहाँ पे मुझे count नहीं पता कितनी बार हमें चलाना है. So it's choice based. Okay? चलिए, अब हमें आगे क्या करना है? I have to ask him now, do you want to continue? Do you want to give me the next number? So I have to take the value of CH now. वही CH जो मैंने initially पहले y कर दिया because otherwise हम loop को शुरू कैसे करें? है ना? उसके पास y होगा तभी तो वो शुरू करेगा. So हमने बोला choice ले लो and इसको तो नंबर नहीं चाहिए तो नो कन्वर्जन. दैट वी हैव टू बी केयरफुल. एंटर योर, अच्छा आई डोंट से एंटर योर चॉइस, आई से डू यू वांट टू कंटिन्यू, डू यू वांट टू कंटिन्यू. सिंपल. उसने लिया वेट एंड वेट. सो इट गिव्स मी अ चॉइस व्हिच गेट्स स्टोर्ड CH. अगर उसने बोला y, तो अब लूप को हम फिनिश कर रहे हैं, हम कुछ और नहीं लिख रहे हैं यहाँ पे, तो वो ऊपर चला जाएगा. ऊपर जाके वो उसको चेक करेगा, अकॉर्डिंगली फिर से वही काम करेगा, फिर ऊपर जाएगा चेक करेगा, ऊपर जाएगा चेक करेगा, मिल जाए. और बाद में जब वो लूप के बाहर आ जाएगा फिर वो अपना काउंट प्रिंट कर देगा. अब यहाँ पे हमने सिर्फ पॉजिटिव ही किया है. काउंट ऑफ पॉजिटिव नंबर्स इज माय CTP. Rest of course you will add. So let's now try this thing and then you can ask your doubts of course. And then we'll also try to implement it using a different mechanism. So हम कहते हैं choice rule. Let's execute this part. This is my asking for the first number. So my first number is 23. This is the error I wanted to show you. CT is not defined. Where is CT? Oh, I did not write CTP. So the same thing will happen if you do not define your CTP because first time उसको नहीं मिलेगा ना. ठीक है? So enter 23. Do you want to continue? Yes. Enter 45. Do you want to continue? Yes. Enter -5. Do you want to continue? Yes. ठीक है? Enter 0. Do you want to continue? No. N डाला, वो टर्मिनेट हो गया. टर्मिनेट हुआ तो वो नीचे गया, जो कि बेचारा मुझे नहीं दिख रहा है because my screen is not maximized. If I do so, it will come. So no करते ही लूप से बाहर आ गया. वो लूप की कंडीशन है जब तक चॉइस y है तब तक चलेगा. जैसी चॉइस n हुआ, आउट, आउट पे उल्टा. You get it? This is how while is important for us. Do I make sense? Now Arnav, ask me what do you want to ask.
Ma'am, why are you saying that do you want to continue? Why are you putting a choice? Because it's saying while this is yes, you can. It is true. Like why while you put y, the value of y, yes, it will be continuing. So why are you saying that?
तो हम यूजर से के चॉइस नहीं लेंगे तो फिर टर्मिनेट कैसे होगा?
No, ma'am, because while this is true, it will keep on continuing.
हाँ, तो मुझे उसको नो करने के लिए उससे इनपुट तो लेना पड़ेगा ना. अगर सपोज मैंने इसको बोल दिया कि ये मत करो, ठीक है, सो इनिशियली तो मैंने चॉइस वाई दे दी तो वो चलेगा लूप. एक बार नंबर लिया चेक किया, ऊपर गया, फिर नंबर लिया चेक किया, फिर ऊपर गया, नंबर लिया चेक किया, बिकॉज CH इज परमानेंटली वाई इन दैट केस. तुम बाहर कैसे आओगे? दिस इज अ परमानेंट वाई इन दैट केस. आई एम एक्सेप्टिंग फ्रॉम हिम कि जैसे ही वो नो बोलेगा मैं बाहर आ जाऊंगी, जब तक वो वाई बोलेगा वो चलेगा. उसके लिए तो पूछना पड़ेगा ना भाई. पूछोगे नहीं तो कैसे चलेगा?
Okay.
ठीक है ना? सो दैट इज वाई दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. डू इट मेक सेंस? Kevin, Josh, others? Okay, Arnav is giving me a thumbs up. Others are thinking. You need to tell me whether you understand it or not, because again I'll start variating. Okay, Kevin says yes. And what about others? Josh has gone to make Maggie. Chalo, I'll stop here. मुझे एक और चीज कराना था, बट एनीवे चलिए, आई थिंक इट्स एग्जॉस्टिव, it's getting exhausting. Is it? Can we do one more thing? We have time. Buzzer has not started it. बोलो, एक मेन्यू वाला करें, जिसमें हम लोग उसको वाइल्ड टू वाले कॉन्सेप्ट से करें। What do you say? और आई ट्राई टू इम्प्लीमेंट माई वाइल्ड टू इन दिस केस ओनली। देखो अब क्या है, नहीं वो थोड़ा सा ना हो जाएगा, लेट्स अच्छा चलो ठीक है। See, this is one choice based thing. Okay. Now, supposingly, I was telling you one more example. I said that suppose I want to check the input and accordingly do it till the user enters zero. है ना? Like keep on accepting numbers. जैसे ही उसने कोई नेगेटिव नंबर डाल दिया, बाहर आ जाओ। ऐसा कुछ करना हो तो क्या करेंगे? Keep on accepting. For example, I'm sorry. Keep on accepting, or I say write a program to accept numbers till the user enters a negative number or a zero number. Till the user enters a zero. ठीक है? करना क्या है? Count all even numbers. Not even odd. I'm just keeping it very simple. Okay. Keep on accepting till the user is entering a zero, and in that you just count how many even numbers he entered. Fine. अब मुझे थोड़ा सा बताओ कैसे करेंगे। Of course I need a count, so let me have a count here. Count even is equal to zero. तो चाहिए चाहिए, है ना? अब क्या चाहिए मुझे? If I say okay, start accepting numbers. So if I start accepting numbers, what should be my while condition looking like? My while should be talking about, अब मेरे पास कुछ है ही नहीं चेक करने के लिए, नंबर ही नहीं है ना, कैसे करेंगे इसको? उसके लिए क्या करते हैं हम लोग? जैसा like not holding the nose like this, I hold the nose like this, something like that. So what I do is I accept the first num outside the loop. Okay, I accept it. Please enter the first number. Enter the number. कर लिया accept. अब आ गया t उसके पास, ठीक है? अब हमने बोला कि while this t is greater than zero, that is the condition, no? अगर ये t जीरो से छोटा है, in that case I don't want to continue only. That is negative number अगर है तो. No, I'm saying till the enters a zero. So if it is continue till the user's t is not equal to zero, है ना? So not equal to zero. अच्छा, इसको मैं ऐसे नहीं करती, आप लोग कंफ्यूज जाओगे। मुझे एक t का इनिशियल वैल्यू चाहिए विच इज नॉट जीरो, बेसिकली दैट, नो, सो दैट मेरे लूप में वो पहली बार ही अंदर चला जाए। कंट्रोल एक्स, लेट मी कीप इट लाइक दिस। I'm accepting it here itself. Let's take a value of t as maybe 10 or 19. No problem. अल्टीमेटली टी को तो हम ले ही रहे हैं यूजर से, तो टी का कोई इनिशियल वैल्यू लेना है जो जीरो नहीं है, क्योंकि मेरा कंडीशन है while t is not equal to zero. तो ये कंडीशन ट्रू करने के लिए फॉर हिम टू कंटिन्यू आई नीड टू एक्सेप्ट दिस नंबर। ठीक है, कंडीशन ट्रू है, t इज नॉट जीरो, मैंने नंबर ले लिया उससे, नया नंबर मांगा और मैंने कंटिन्यू किया। अब इसमें भी एक समस्या है, बट एनीवे, इफ t is even number, so even number means if t modulus 2 is equal to 0, I am going to count my even numbers. Count t is equal to count t plus 1. Right? Now the problem arises again. Up next time when he is going to do it, he has the previous value within. है ना? अब previous value को दोबारा check करेगा. Is it zero or not? And accordingly he will do it. So let's try it out. This one implementation. इसको अलग तरीके से भी कर सकते हैं, पहले लेके एक इनपुट को चेक करा के. But let us do like this. So count of even numbers count of even numbers is my city. City, sorry. Right? Let's try this question now. I'll just put this as my comment here. I don't want this to execute. And then let's continue. Fail. And I say F5. Okay. Okay. Let's do run from here itself. Or okay, enter. So I'm entering the first number, and my first number should not be equal to 0. Nothing like that. If I enter it as 0, that is a different issue. Then I have not handled it. See, if I enter a 0 here, what will happen? Count will come as a 0. पहला ही नंबर मैंने 0 एंटर कर दिया. Count of अच्छा 0 is an even number मान के चल रहा है. 0 is an even number. 0 to 0. Okay. हाँ 0 is an even number. ठीक है. तो इसको नहीं ले सकते इसमें. We have to take something else in this case. But anyway, if I try to do it in the way that I'm talking about, that let's take few numbers and 0 पे terminate करेंगे उसको. So I'm taking, let's take 12. Let's take 16. Let's take 3. Let's take 5. Let's take 7. Let's take 9. देखो चलता जा रहा है. It'll keep on accepting it. 12 again, 22 again. It will infinite loop. जब तक आप उसको क्या नहीं दोगे, 0 नहीं दोगे. Fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0 also is taken as 5. So 5 numbers. I would not say it is a correct implementation because 0 should be not considered as the input here, but then it has to be differently dealt in that case. You may subtract 1 and display. That's the easiest way to do it. Otherwise, there are other ways to do it. But is the basic concept clear that while I am trying to implement the code in a manner that it can run till a user's input is satisfying. उसके बाद ही वो terminate करेगा. I'm not telling him how many times in has to run. Is that concept clear? Next time we'll do menu based, or I'll send you a video of the menu based. उसको आराम से देखना. You'll
Ma'am,
understand that. Yeah.
What does this exclamation mark you have put?
Not equal to. This is the operator for not equal. जैसे हम double equal to दे रहे हैं to check the equality. Not equal to के लिए not को mean करेगा ये वाला exclamatory mark and equal to. और इसमें gap नहीं देना. This is not equal to. वो फिर अलग हो गया. It has to be together.
Okay.
Okay? I know it's a little too much one day, but that's okay. I just wanted to give you this concept. हम लोग करेंगे practice और इसका सुबह में. Okay? Okay. Fine. Chale, let's meet next Saturday now. Please revise it. Try to do practice of this so that it's better understood. Fine.